Thursday. You know what that means. A monumental waste of your time here at Low Expectations. It's episode 20, Tom. It's 20. That's what I was trying. I was trying to let you finish. Episode 20. Episode 20. 20 times we've done this. I'm sorry, we've done it 20 times. You didn't deserve that. What's the name of the show tonight, Tom? Low Expectations? The episode name? Oh, the episode name? It's tax day, baby. But we know, here's the warning, we know it's not actually tax day this year. However, we planned ahead. And then they moved the date. So we know it's in a month. So this is your 1 month warning, okay? 1 month warning. Do your taxes, you lazy jerk. So, just like taxes. Low expectations. The beer's great. We're not. But, even though we're not great, our first beer is, and I think we should pour it first. We're jumping right in. I think all of our beers are going to be great tonight. Except for that cheapo Parabola. We'll talk about that. Rag says there's tons of feedback, bad sound. Audio is insanely gross. I'm not picking up on it. Alright, that's three different people. 4 people. 5. Alright, we're gonna work on that audio for a minute while we pour some beer. Yep, we're on it. Yeah, everybody. Sorry guys. We're on the sound. We got you. The sound. So we're going to pour the first beer. You sound like a crappy robot. So, in my best crappy robot voice, so, this week was all about tax day. And Tom put forth the challenge. Choose your own adventure. You had a really, if you guys could do us a favor. Give us an update on the sound, please. Yeah, if you hear any changes or things get better, let us know. If it's not, then maybe there's just a bad feed and we'll restart again. Yeah. Is that something to keep on? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do either. The show must go on. I'm going to keep going. We could just kill it and start the whole show over again. Do you want to rebeat the feed? It's the same. Still bad. Okay, we're gonna redo it. Okay. We're gonna kill the feed, we'll be right back, and we're gonna kill it, pretend like we never and we want you guys to jump back in. So we'll be back in 1 minute. Please and thank you, same link.
Same link, sorry.
Welcome to the show! This is the first time we're doing this show. We definitely didn't screw it up the first time. This is definitely the first time. So welcome.
I may or may not sound like a whacked out robot or Charlie Brown's teacher.
Could be happening. We don't know.
I need some comments up again. Though,
I'm working on it, buddy, but I had to reset everything.
Oh, my bad.
All right, so
much better. Works now.
Welcome to tonight's show, episode 20, Low Expectations, where, as usual, not as usual, as always, the beer's great.
And we're not. We always have something up.
Yeah, we're really bad tonight. Like,
whatever.
The sound is tight. It's our voice. We were talking wrong.
You guys are expecting way too much.
Anyway, so episode 20. Here we are tonight.
Could we have a couple comments? Make sure the sound is okay, though.
It's much better. It's working now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that when I saw this guy right here. That was confusing me. Sorry.
We're all good.
Sorry, we're back.
So, what we were saying earlier is 20 shows in. We're super stoked. We're having fun. Tonight's episode it's tax day, right?
Tax day, but it's tax really day. Not.
He explained that already. Go ahead, re-explain it.
I explained it in the Charlie Brown voice. We know that it moved, but we actually planned ahead for this, and we wanted to do it on like actual real tax day, not the COVID tax day. So this is the real tax day, and this is your 1 month warning to stop being such a lazy jerk and do your taxes, man.
Yeah.
Get your refund.
He said it really angry last time. He said it really angry.
I wasn't angry enough?
That was pretty angry. angrier. So anyway, so this week Tom posed a question, more like a choose your own adventure thing. He said, pretend as if you were one of those people who got nothing back. You owed your broke ass and you had to go to the distributor and you still wanted to maintain your pretentious craft lifestyle, but you got no cheddar. Mm-hmm. And then the other side of the coin, you're flush. You have a creative accountant who managed all kinds of loopholes, and you were able to write off your rainbow Crocs, and you were able to cash in. So you went with a big wad of bills in your pocket and rolled into the distributor and said, I'd like your finest Chianti.
I actually went in and I said, I'm looking for the most expensive beer that you have here.
Except he said it in a different voice. He did.
No, it was the exact same beer. Same voice, but with a mask on.
I'd like your finest beer, please.
All right, so anyway, we're starting on the low end of the scale tonight. That's where we're starting. Tom, what do we got up first?
The cheapest beer that we could find by ounce was... Actually, I'm not lying to you. It was a tie at 17 cents per ounce.
Yeah, that's funny.
So we both had exactly the same. Now, with that said, the next thing I looked at was, well, let's look at ABV.
Oh.
So I went bang for your buck.
All right, wait, pause. Folks, I have to warn you tonight. Murgatroyd has come up with all types of spreadsheets and calculators.
I've been mathing.
Oh my God.
I have a PowerPoint for you tonight.
Oh no. I am so not looking forward to this.
You're going to love it, dude. I really think you're going to love it.
He's been geeking out all week and I'm like,
But he has not seen it.
I haven't seen any of it. I won't look
at
at it, but I have to tonight. So anyway, first beer.
First beer at 17 cents per ounce is Lawson. Oh, I forgot where.
Porcam.
Forgot about the Porcam. Lawson's Finest Liquids. This is Lawson's Little Sip. So if you've ever had Sip of Sunshine, you know it's a delicious beer. I've never actually had Little Sip. I'm kind of excited for it. At 17 cents per ounce.
It is a American IPA. Brewed out of Lawson's, which is up in Vermont. I had extensive beer tasting notes, but I printed them out and left them on the counter at home, as the true professional I am. So, I have always been a fan of Lawson's as a brewery.
Good stuff. I do hate the name and flavor of one of their beers, Maple Nipple.
Maple Nipple.
Maple Nipple is such a stupid name.
I always want to, in my head, I always want to combine them and say Mipple. I don't know why I do that, but I don't know.
Maple?
I don't like
Maple?
The only thing I like about is the can design. I like that orange-yellow can, but other than that, I don't like the name. I don't like the beer. I'm with you.
What do you folks think? If you're watching at home right now, in the top left of your screen, you're getting like little show notes, notes of each brewery. What do you think about those? Do you like the facts of the brewery and the website and the logos? Should we keep doing the work to do that? Do you guys like that? Let us know if that's good or not.
That's my fault. I like that. I put it in there. So if not, if it's too much info and you don't care, you won't hurt my feelings. We can just pass right on. But anyway, I like this.
That is a solid IPA, sir.
I like this. And
very nice.
You know what I really like about it? It's an IPA in the 6s, which is getting rarer and rarer to find.
It is. Is it slightly dry to you?
Yes, it's astringent.
Yes, I enjoy it.
In a good way.
Yes, I enjoy it. It's not a bad way.
And it finishes a little floral, which I like also.
Yeah, this is different. I like it a lot. Very nice. So this is Lawson's Little Sip.
Yeah, yummy.
Now, while we drink this beer,
oh no,
it's been agreed.
I feel it's coming.
We can talk to you about some things.
Oh, wait a second. I didn't know what he was talking about. Yes, it's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you tell the kids.
Okay, they love it. Keep doing it. Okay, we definitely will. We will. It only takes like an hour a week, so it's no big deal.
No big deal.
We'll do it.
I like doing it. That's where I geek out. I geek out on the beers and the brews and stuff like that.
You haven't done it for like 3 weeks.
Who did it tonight?
Me.
Lies.
And last week.
What?
The PowerPoint up in the corner.
Oh, the PowerPoint. Yeah, but I'm putting all the... okay, it's all Tom. It's all Tom.
Okay, so let's get back to the dates, all right? So we have 2 super important dates for you. We need you to cancel everything you're doing. I don't care if you're getting your other hip replaced, Hokinson. You need to schedule these 2 dates because they are going to be incredible. We somehow...
Yeah, well, wait. It's only going to be incredible if you
come and you bring your friends.
if you like going out, if you like drinking beer,
Good food.
if you like hanging out in the sunshine,
Beautiful places.
if you like eating good food.
Yeah.
Do you like block parties?
Do you love having a good time?
Do you feel tired and sad about spending all your time in your basement by yourself?
We're in a basement right now.
They don't know that. All right. So anyway, May 22nd is the day. Tom, where are we going to be?
May 22nd. That's a Saturday.
It is
right?
a Saturday.
That's the Saturday one. May 22nd, Saturday. We, at 2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. into the night. We don't know how long it's going to go. They're closing down a road for us. We are going to have a block party in Lansdale at Round Guys Brewing. May 22nd, a Saturday, starting at 2 p.m. Block party with us, with all your friends and family, and bring grandma. She's going to love it too. It's going to be fantastic.
So don't worry about that this is going to be the only announcement. We're actually going to create events on the Facebook page and post the events. You can mark going and all that good stuff. We're still in the detailed planning process, but we've already blocked the date. We've already blocked the time. We've already blocked the place. It's really cool. Like the whole brewery and everything will be open to us, but then he's closing off the street for us.
Yeah.
And we'll invite other people in. We're not going to be stingy or anything like that, but it's definitely going to be a low expectations gig.
We want people. We want everyone to come.
We want all of you to come out. In fact, we need all of you to come out because we kind of told him like people would.
We told him people would come, so like we need like 8 or 10 people.
Beer is banging. If you guys watched the Round Guys episode, you saw Tom and I chowing on those burgers and loving that beer. It was a great time.
And not only when you're in Lansdale like that, not only are you stuck right at Round Guys, if you want to make a day of it and really make it a huge event, Lansdale is an amazing, that little tiny microcosm there is just fantastic to, if you've never been to the other breweries that are within walking distance. It's a really awesome place.
Within like a 2-block radius, you have another brewery. I'm fairly certain you have a distillery. You have a really good craft beer restaurant bar across the street.
Great coffee.
And you're 3 blocks from the train, so you can take the train, get off, and train. The train's right down the street. So we were really excited. We put that together, and we're really excited and can't wait.
It's just going to be a huge party. Come party with us. It'll be great.
Last summer, I threw a bunch of parties under the trees. This is going to be the first of a series of events we got going on.
Yes, it is going to be the first.
Yep.
Because soon after that, we have something else coming up.
So while you still have your calendar out and you put the big X on 5/22 and said, waste of time with B and Tom, go to June 4th, which is Friday, and put a big X through it. Maybe circle the X too and say,
Put
big
a
waste.
star on it, because that's us.
6/4, B and Tom, 7:30
PM.
Where are we going to be?
We are taking over Levante Stables. They're letting us into Levante Stables for a live show. So we're gonna do a live show from Levante Stables on Friday at 7:30, and I forget the date. 6/4?
June 4th. Friday, June 4th, 7:30, live stream show. You're all invited, and you get to see us. And we're going to be sitting down with one of the owners from Levante.
Yes.
Really cool dude, having a great talk, great discussion, great interview, great food, and great beer. So 2 great breweries, 2 great owners, lots of great beer. And this is, when we first started talking about why we wanted to do this, it was all about building this community of like-minded idiots. And now it's your turn to roll out and hang out with us and just have so much fun. Lansdale, Levante Stables is down in, I believe, Chester Springs. So you might want to make some plans and make sure you can make that day happen. No train to Chester Springs. I suggest carpooling. But we're super excited to bring you these 2 events. And stay tuned, because I've got 1 or 2 more in the works that I'm planning and working on right now. So we can't wait to keep rolling out with you guys all summer long.
So all credit goes to B for these. He has been working his butt off to try and get us in these places. And really, when we started doing this, we were stuck alone, and we really couldn't. We weren't hanging out with anyone. We couldn't see anybody. And we did this because we were lonely and we wanted to talk to people. But now it's our chance to really get out there, and we're all going to be able to hang out again. It's super exciting. And Levante Stables, my goodness, this is going to be great.
And so, yeah, like, because this show basically was born from, Tom and I hanging out in our beer group, and that went away. So now it's kind of growing a little bit. All right, so we're going to pause for a second because Tom wants us to take a look at some of the comments. We're super stoked to see that. Pubes, why are you always so negative? Come to both. Come to both. I am coming to Westchester. You need to come to Lansdale.
Yeah, Lansdale's is, and
Lansdale's banging,
if you have
man.
not been to Round Guys in the last, recently, you really should come out. I had a different opinion of them, a very different opinion, a year ago. When we went, my opinion changed hardcore. They were fantastic,
and the food.
I'm not
the food too.
Yeah, the food and the beer was really great. There were so many beers on tap, but there were at least 10 that I would order again, which is that's big for me. I'm picky. So
we're super stoked to bring you these two events. We'll put the events up on Facebook. Please do us a favor. When we put them up, indicate whether you can come or not, because as someone who has hosted these events before, it's always super helpful to kind of get a gauge and an idea in your head of how many people are showing up. And they're going to be two very different things. The block party is going to be kind of like us, setting it up, our space. It's all going to be kind of like free form and cool. Stables will be a little bit more us going to a place and utilizing their space. So two very different vibes, but both super cool.
And we also have Hokinson is in the chat right now. If you're not watching, she has several 18 and 19-year-olds who would love to do some private Ubers. So we've got that too.
Cool.
This is going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Super excited. We should stop talking about that now. For now, though,
We're done.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the beer real quick and give me your final thoughts on this beer.
I still love it. It's a solid beer, man. I could drink this all summer long.
I appreciate that you mentioning its astringency. Mm-hmm. I like it though. It's not taxing.
Yeah.
It's not like we had a stout last week that felt like my mouth was being sandblasted.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. It's bitter, but that floralness brings a little bit of juiciness towards the end, so it's kind of pretty well balanced.
Yeah, it's good. I'm definitely a fan of that one. And at 17 cents, the cheapest, 17 cents per ounce, the cheapest we could find at the store.
17 cents.
That's the cheapest B could find. Definitely good. And that's not even bad. That's what, 6.8%, right? Is that what you said?
6.2.
I'm sorry, 6.2. That's solid. Now, the second beer tonight.
Oh, I'm going to finish this if that's okay.
Oh, go to town, buddy. The second beer tonight was also 17 cents per ounce, but when you factor in the ABV, it comes in at, I believe, an 8.4.
Oh, is it a double?
So it is a double. It's called Double Mind Haze. It's by Firestone Walker. I'm sorry, 8.3. I was wrong there. So the next beer we're going to crack open is an 8.3. We can't crack it just yet because B's still finishing his beer. No rush. It's okay.
Okay, thanks.
A few things we did not mention. We still have glasses left, so let us know. A couple people ordered glasses and didn't pay for them yet, so let us know if you're going to pay for them later or now or what.
But also a huge thank you to everyone that did. We're blown away. Like we've already 25, 30 glasses out the door already. Amazing. And Tom will be in Hatfield Friday. I'll be in Pottstown Friday. We've already reached out to you for pickup, so super excited to see the people coming to pick up on Friday.
Yeah.
Thanks again for that. We appreciate it. We still have 25, 30 left, so Tom's got a link.
So when you get your glass, you're allowed to you can either keep the surprise to yourself.
Oh yes.
Keep the little what would you say? Surprise? A little disappointment surprise to yourself. You can share it with your friends. But it's yours. Please take pictures and share the pictures on the page. It's super fun. It took us quite a while to get that stupid.
We actually, I know that we appear like we don't know what we're doing.
You did not, Banky.
But we put a lot of thought into these glasses. Like there are certain, and I'm gonna say I want to let it go another week or two, and then we'll do a deep dive into the design process of the glasses, and we'll talk about why we did what we did, because
we'll repost. We'll bring the link back up to the top to put your name on for the glass, and then you can just Venmo it. You can Venmo me, but you can also do cash when I see you too. That's perfect.
Venmo or cash, either way works.
Yeah, either me or B when you see us, or just if you're not going to do Venmo, just let us know that you're just going to do cash. So then we take care of it.
Yep, no worries. Okay, so glasses. Oh,
Brewpube Explorer is complaining that you haven't messaged him yet.
well, he was an alternate location.
Oh,
So I thought you
all
would
right.
want to
I'll
take
jump
care
on top
of
of that. Yeah,
because he's not picking up in Pottstown. I took care of all the Pottstown people.
Yeah.
Um,
Hokinson, you should go to Hatfield is opening tomorrow. So
go ahead and jump to part
yeah,
three.
we'll jump around.
Jump to part
This is
three.
why we take notes and it's a mess, but I'm going to be at Imprint Hatfield tomorrow. I should be there by 4:45, which is before opening, but they are reopening their tap room. It's going to be a madhouse, I think. I think it's going to be quite busy, but it'll be really fun. And if anyone shows up, they want their glass, they want anything that we have a few contest winners that I'm going to meet there. I'll just head out with you. I'll give you what you need, and then we'll go back in and order some more beers.
And also, it'll be a really tasty menu. Like, he's got a couple cocktails on the menu. I think he's got a Mean Mugs hard coffee on
Just
the menu.
the releases this week look insane.
11
It's gonna
different
be
beers
nuts.
dropped.
Now, B has to work at Pottstown.
So you guys will be having all the fun in Hatfield.
Yeah,
And
if you're going to Pottstown, B will be in Pottstown to meet with you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to be at Hatfield all night. I'll be there for a few hours, but then I'm going to jet.
And if you order a glass tonight and want to pick it up in Pottstown tomorrow, just message me and we'll work something out.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
We'll figure it out. So anyway, thank you for that. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, let's talk social media for a second because the empire's growing, right? So you guys are currently watching us from a link we posted on our Facebook group, Low Expectations.
Correct.
The link was to our YouTube page called Low Expectations. I believe
No custom URL yet, but soon.
I think we're close to 80 subscribers, right? So please, thank you. If you're watching this right now on YouTube, right under, somewhere on the page, has got to be the subscribe button, right?
Somewhere.
Please click the subscribe so this man can get the custom Earl he's been dreaming of. Earl, URL, Earl. And
Euro.
it wouldn't hurt to click that little like button either.
Euro.
So, Facebook, YouTube. I've been working on a secret project. Do you want to pour it first, and then I'll tell them about
You
the
have
secret
been working on a
project?
secret project, but we forgot to mention the pre-show beers.
Go ahead.
We had an Imprint Wallpaper Dry Hop Pilsner, delicious. And we had the Imprint Busted Bracket Double Dry Hopped IPA, which are both very good. So we'll put them back here. Right, stupid box is in the way.
That box. When are we finally going to take that box down?
I don't know. Okay, so here we go. I am going to shoot to the... I'm not. In the mix, light, and sound, Nathan over there is going to switch to the port game.
There he is.
And this is called Mind Haze Double IPA. Let's see if we can get a nice crack. There you go. And let's go for a pour. I'll show you the dumpster for this one. Oh, looks a little hazy. Not bad. Got to remember, this is only a 12-ouncer. Now, this was also 17 cents per ounce, but with a higher ABV. So, if you're looking for a little more of a relaxing feeling, then you shoot for the Mind Haze. We'll see how this is. You're not there yet.
Not there yet.
You're not ready yet.
I'm lagging behind. I'm slow rolling. While Tom
It smells good.
gets his initial...
Smells good.
while he calibrates his palate and his nose to the beer, I want to mention one other platform. Some of you have said to us, I can't tune in to the live show, and I really would like to listen to you while I drive and
I
not
can't
watch you.
stand to look at your
Well,
horrible face.
He's got a face for radio. I think I'm good. Anyway,
I get that message once a week. My God, I can't look at you anymore.
so the good news, we're on Spotify. You can go on to Spotify tonight and you can search Low Expectations Beer, and our podcast will appear. Now, right now, we've only got the first 4 or 5 episodes uploaded, but we're working through the backlog and trying to get current. My God, if you think tonight's a train wreck, you should listen to the first couple episodes. What were we doing? I have no idea. We don't have any idea clearly, but we're fun to laugh at. So, on Spotify, follow us and start listening to those episodes too. It's pretty cool. Right?
Yeah.
So, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and we're also at Aim Lowest on Instagram.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. All right. Enough with that.
Sorry.
Let's talk about tax day. So,
Yep.
I'm the kind of person that gets as much money as possible taken out of their tax return. Out of their taxes, sorry. At every paycheck. I want all that money to be taken from my paycheck, so once a year I get this big fatty pile of money and I can choose to do what I want with it.
Which explains, because he's gotten all this money taken out of his taxes, so his paycheck every week is a little slim, because he can't budget for hell, so he waits for it. So here's what happens because of that. There are direct consequences. Last week I got a baggie with 3 pretzels. I get 1 tonight. Things have really gotten tight here at Low Expectations. Please like and subscribe. Please. I got 1 pretzel in a bag tonight.
I didn't do pretzels tonight. That's from last week, you big jerk.
All right, go ahead.
But anyway, so I'll take that money I get like in January, end of January, February.
It's like a pot of gold.
Oh my God, it goes to my whole summer. It pays for vacation. It pays for any maintenance to the boat slip, taxes, like all that whole entire summer is paid for by my tax return, because I have zero ability to actually save money.
Pot of gold. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have zero ability to actually save money throughout the year for those things I want. So I get it forced upon me, and then boom, it drops, and it's just fantastic.
Do you do your own taxes?
No. Sort of.
Do you have someone named Hector that does your taxes?
No. I have a retired IRS agent who does my taxes for me. He's very good. And also, every other year, I do my taxes myself to make sure that it's worth paying him. So I do the taxes myself to see what I get. And he is always
way better,
a good 200% more than what I could get if I did them myself. So he always gets my business.
Why did he retire? Just out of curiosity.
He's an older gentleman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
He hit the age to retire.
That's like hiring a retired chef to cook you dinner.
He's also a professional poker player for fun.
Oh, does he have a professional poker nickname?
I don't know. I never asked him.
Can we give him one?
No, I don't think he'd like that.
I'm going to work on that.
He's a great guy.
Okay.
But that's what I do with my taxes now. What do you do?
We had the same guy doing our taxes forever. Like forever. And then he retired from taxes 2 years ago. Ooh. So we had to find a plan B, and I put Mrs. Love in charge of that. Oh. And we normally are zero sum, or we get a return, or we get a little bit of a return. This year we owe.
Ouch.
I'm not sure what happened.
I'm pretty sure I know what happened, but we're not going to get into politics and talk about that.
Well, that's why I said I'm not sure what happened. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I don't like taxes. I don't like tax day. We divide and conquer in my house, and taking care of the taxes, because it's paperwork and organization and keeping track of things, which all are things I'm not good at, gets dropped in Mrs. Love's lap.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's your part of the pie?
Yeah.
So she takes care of that, and I don't complain because she takes care of that.
You need to finish that beer, buddy.
Okay.
Because I don't want to. I don't want to pass judgment. Don't make me lose my shit on this show. Just pretend it's not there. He's looking at the bottom of the glass.
I love that so much.
Only one person in this entire group knows.
Right.
One
not
person,
after tomorrow.
Not after tomorrow.
We are so excited for you guys to get this glass tomorrow. I can't wait. It smells good. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned it, but back in my early days of craft beer, Firestone Walker was one of my favorite breweries.
Did you happen to read the notes that I took on Firestone Walker?
No.
It's super cool. I had no idea. So,
their whole wine country connection?
Well, yeah, it was two brother-in-laws at the family winery on the back 40 who were just bored one day. Okay, great.
That's nice.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what they did was they decided to brew beer, and one of them is like Firestone, and the other one's last name is Walker. So Firestone Walker comes from the two.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about them.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It seems like a really great place. They have 3 locations so far. 2 of them have restaurants, all out in California, of course.
I feel like it's like San Francisco-ish, wine country-ish.
That's what it looks like, yeah, to me.
And they have.
So what do you think of the beer?
Oh, it's really nice. I think I got feedback on how much people hate it when I use this word, but I'm going to use it anyway. The mouthfeel.
It's great, right?
It's nice, yeah.
And I'm getting so... I can't... It's not pineapple, but it's very close to pineapple. There is a great fruit flavor there that I cannot quite pinpoint. And there's no adjuncts. This is just hop in there. But
I don't like the nose. The nose is like boozy and unsettling, but the flavor is great. Really good.
if I were to have to pick the two, not because of ABV, but because of great flavor, I would probably go with the Firestone Walker.
I don't know.
Not that I dislike Little Sip at all.
I don't
They're
know.
both very good. But
I think I'm torn. This is very good. However, there are so many beers in this category, in this 8% double IPA category. I really appreciate a 6% IPA. I do.
it has its place. And when we get into my PowerPoint of how to rate a beer worthiness, you're going to see that comes into play, B.
Nate, do you have an extra large needle on you by any chance?
Needle for what? Dude, you're going to love it. I really worked hard on this. I think you're going to like it.
Sir, could you please show me your most expensive bottle? According to my beer value index,
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so this, well done, sir. I enjoy this.
Good for you, too. I think
Mucho.
your Little Sip was a great
And
great
I guess what we're
purchase.
saying is, hey, these two, not too shabby for 17 cents an ounce.
Killer. Really, really good, both of them. I have no complaints for either one. So if you got shafted on your return
If
this
you're like
year,
me this year and you owe, if you owe, ready? If you owe, these are the way to go.
that's it. Yep,
There's a little bit
definitely.
more in there if
Yeah.
you want to kill it.
Yeah, I'll kill that. That's really good. I like that one. I think I'll buy more of this. I like it.
Will you?
Yeah, I really will. That's
so-
solid.
Now, I said to you I picked up some of that and I was looking at it as my cheapest option. I misremembered. I was actually looking at Cape May's Coastal Evacuation.
Oh my god, I love Coastal Evacuation.
It was a 6-pack for the same price.
Oh, Coastal Evacuation. Have you ever had it?
Yep.
Coastal Evacuation. What I love about that is it's on tap a lot of places around here. So if you get to a lot of chain restaurants, really, if you go to a place that has Coastal Evacuation on tap, I'll drink that all night. It's
So-
a solid beer.
So, BrewPube said it should be a competition. I think in the group, we'll create a post. We'll say, here's the beer value index post. We'll throw in Little Sips and we'll throw in Double Haze with Tom's.
with Tom's formula,
And then you guys can post, according to Tom's formula, what you think. And then, beat our best value. Right now, we're tied, although he's slightly ahead because he has a higher ABV.
because of its formula,
But I don't believe I'm slightly ahead.
Oh.
When we get into when you see the whole formula, you'll see.
All right. So this is nice.
Is it time? We've talked up the formula. Is it time to hit the first page of the formula slide?
Wait. I mean, if you want to jump right to step 2 on our,
What am I missing?
you wanted to talk about that.
Oh, well, let's wait for that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
makes sense,
All
right?
right, sure.
Love it over.
All right, so he's gonna break into the formula, guys. I'll be right back. I have to grab a pillow.
Shut up! This is gonna be good. All right.
Wait,
so,
hold on a second, Nate. How do you feel about the beer value index formula and Tom's PowerPoint presentation?
I only have calculus.
Oh man, See, they grew up together. They're friends. Nate always sides with Tom.
Nate, we only have calculator on the outgoing.
Don't worry, we'll fix it.
Okay. All right, so the very first slide.
I'm going to eat my one
The
pretzel while you
first
explain this.
slide. Go ahead, crunch on your pretzel, you big jerk. You're going to like this, I think. I put a lot of work into it. Okay, so this is the official Low Expectations Scientifically Unscientific Beer Worthiness Rating Calculator. Copyright. Perfect. I hope you enjoy this because I had a lot of fun making it. All right, let's head to slide number 2. On slide number 2, you're going to see where we have to start. So first we have to calculate the cost per ounce, which we already talked about. So you take like $11.99 per 4-pack or 6-pack, whatever, per ounces. So $11.99 for 72 ounces. For example, you'd end up with 17 cents per ounce. So the first column there is cost per ounce.
Or the CPI.
There you go.
Okay.
CPI?
Cost per ounce.
Oh. So you 17 cents per dick. What a dick. Cost per ounce 17 cents per. Okay, so that's your first column there. All right, that's a good way to start when you're in a beer distributor and don't know where to go. That's my opinion. You start there. Okay.
Do you shop
Then-
for beer with a calculator?
It's always in my pocket. You have one in your pocket too all the time.
That's not what
It's
you
called
said.
a phone. All right, so we're going to go to step 2, the next step. So next, let's just submit ABV for consideration. However, it does not have to be the determining factor. So I used the Firestone Walker Mind Haze. That's 8.3%. So we need to submit that into the consideration for one of the beer worthiness calculator, okay? Now, step number 3 gets slightly more complicated, but not much, okay? So when you get into step number 3, and this comes with a huge asterisk, big disclaimer, and it says right there on the slide, if you give a shit about what the other snobs say, you can look at the Untapped rating.
Oh.
So
Hypey Hyperson.
column 3 would be Untapped rating.
Hypey Hyperson.
Now, Hypey Hyperson, sometimes it's overhyped, sometimes people are like, nah, I don't like IPAs and this one doesn't taste good either. Then why are you rating it? Untapped is a very, very subjective way to look at things. Am I right?
Vast wasteland.
But some people do feel that like they should look at the Untapped rating. I once in a while be like, I'm not sure about this beer. What is it on Untapped? So this particular first beer that we're using for our example is an Untapped rating of 4.01, which is pretty solid. Honestly, anything below a 4, I'm not going to go near. If it's below a 4, I'm out.
So the little sip was a 4.01?
No, we're on the Mind Haze right now.
Oh, okay.
The last slide will be the culmination of all ratings for all 4 beers. We'll get there. No, I really want I want your input on this. I want to know what you think. So now the 4th column. Okay, this is part D. All right?
Yeah.
Part D of our evaluation is that we need to look at, and my writing is so tiny, the other things to consider, such as adjuncts, hops, the barrel that it may be aged in, the style of the beer, the locality. Are you into local beers or do you not care about that? Some people get hyped about the rarity of a beer and not the rarity of a beer or how easy it is to get. Some people like that either way. Or freshness or age of the beer. So you have this huge column. Now just stop and just let it go.
I thought he said he wanted my input.
I know, but let it marinate for a sec. I know it's freaking out at first.
I'm not
but wait
freaking
until
out.
you
I
look
just
at
have a question.
it. Okay. Oh, you have a question. I thought this was judgment.
It's not judgment. It's just that just seems like a very esoteric measure. Like how do you?
So I tried to put some notes in there to narrow it down.
That I should have read and I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
on the
my bad.
next slide,
Okay.
I'm going to put it all together. Okay. So if we were looking at 4 different beers tonight,
Yep.
the final slide, this week's results on the scientifically unscientific
It's even better with water in
worthiness
it.
beer worthiness calculator. Water in it. Okay. So, all right.
Every time it gets me. Every time. I'm sorry. I didn't do that on purpose. It just got me. It's like magnifying.
You said we laugh too much on the show. You said we crack too many jokes and laugh too much. Here you are messing me up.
It's the glass. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're going to bring up that last slide. The WAC, pronounced WAC, weighted average quality. Banky, done. This is the WAC score. Okay, so if you look at our total WAC scores, I have the 4 different beers we had tonight.
That's filthy.
The cost per ounce for each beer. So you've got Parabola coming in at $1.17 per ounce. Then you have the Goose Island BCBS coming at $1.89 per ounce. The ABVs go up considerably when you get up into those higher numbers. The ratings on Untapped also go up equally. So far, all these numbers have grown. How does that go? Like together, they've grown
exponentially.
Not exponentially, at equivalent rates, I would say. Then you get into the other stuff, which I think when you're talking those 2 IPAs in the beginning, that first IPA, the Lawson's Little Sip, was canned on 3.8. Now that's very important because the Firestone Walker, the double Mind Haze, was canned a whole month earlier on 2.8. In my opinion, 2.8 is old for a beer. That is old for an IPA.
Should the price drop the older the beer gets?
I think it should. I think that beer honestly should have been discounted. I don't think it should have been sold at 2.8. However, that beer was fantastic. But from my experience, if I was not just going for the cheapest beer, I would not have bought that beer because of the can date.
Okay.
I would have gone with the little sip because it's a newer candy.
Okay.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah. So that becomes important in the chart.
I honestly would not buy an IPA that was 2 months old.
No.
So was
No
the date on the packaging?
Clearly printed right on the box.
And you rolled the dice and went anyway.
It was the cheapest they had. And that was the rule. So I was going with the cheapest, knowing that it could happen.
You followed the rules.
I followed the rule exactly because knowing that could happen, and I think it would have been a good lesson for us to convey to the people, like, check your friggin' dates, because dates are super important when you're talking IPAs.
I was unhappy about the March 8th date.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how uptight I am.
You honestly should be.
I like my IPAs within 3 weeks. I do. You trying to read comments?
Right. So I know, Explorer, I know that it does not give you a perfect number. I spent the entire week trying to come up with a way, like a rating scale. Like if it's only a month old, then it gets this rating. But then you have to get a whole nother scale for stouts because stouts don't matter. So to actually assign numbers to these values, and even if you're going to do it in a ratio compared to the other values that you get hard numbers for, it just didn't work.
If I may.
Go ahead.
I think this is a work in progress. This is a conversation
Yes.
starter. This is not a finished product. This is by no means an absolute measure. This is something to consider.
Absolutely. So the conclusion that I ended up coming to was, as much science and math that I try to apply to it, it still contains some art. So this is not just a science. This is also an art.
So, perfect dovetail for the next part of the conversation.
So I went in, and I walk out with the most expensive beer, hands down.
He did.
I said, give me the most expensive beer you have. I will buy it. I don't care what it is. And that's what I bought.
Yeah, Tom sent me a message earlier this week, and he said, hey, I was like, what does tax day, because tonight was his idea, and I said, what is tax day episode? What is that? And he's like, listen, you got to pretend like you didn't get any money back, and you got to buy cheap beers. And then you got to, do you need something?
No, I was just seeing that you were done. Keep going.
Oh, and then you got to pretend like you got a lot of money back, and you got to go in and you got to buy the most expensive beer. And I said, well, no, I'm not going to buy cheap, mass-produced beer. It's got to be craft beer. And he said, okay, craft beer.
That's a good rule. Good rule.
And then we kind of like went back and forth a little bit about what craft beer is, and then we just kind of agreed that it could be kind of a larger brewery, blah, 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 but it has to fall into the broad category of craft. No Miller Lite, no Bud, none of that stuff. So that's how we got the bottom end stuff. He followed the letter to the law. He went into his distributor and he bought the most expensive bottle he could.
That's it.
I
Pause right there. He did not, but we're going to open the third beer. So let's head to the cam. We have a beer that must be expensive because it comes in a box. Yes. It has its own little tiny box. It must be good. This is Firestone Walker. Oddly enough, the least expensive that I bought and the most expensive that he bought come from the same people. Firestone Walker.
I feel
it
judged.
is Parabola. I'm not judging on that one. I think it's a cool coincidence. Parabola 2021. Now, the coolest part about this Parabola, which they say, I looked it up, is different than...
Does the recipe change every year?
So this recipe is different this year. And what is super cool, it is aged in... They brewed the beer and then divided it into 3. Aged it in bourbon barrels, in rye barrels, and in weeded whiskey barrels.
Oh, and did they bring them all back together?
Mixed it all together.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so this is a mix of 3 different barrels aged separately, but then put together. So let me get rid of the box. This is the bottle we're looking at. And we're going to need Yoda for this one. The glass that I will be drinking this out of, I'm excited, is going to be my Bourbon County glass, but we'll get there. The one that says Gillish on the side. I think we talked about it last week. Let's see how this girl pours. There's all kinds of fancy, tiny little writing on there that I can't read. Looks nice. Trying to pour it a little. Let's see here. Nice head.
Ooh, nice head.
Whew. Pretty lacing. She's really nice. Looks really nice. Let's see how that goes.
That's a pretty beer.
Yeah.
So can I unpause and continue talking now?
Please pour your beer and tell your story. I just wanted to get into the third one. We can't. We got to stay out of this hour and a half
nonsense. So I did not follow the rules. I said to myself, while I'm flush, ooh, look at that.
God, it's beautiful.
I didn't do hard pour like you. I have nowhere near the head.
My goodness, mine is much better than yours.
I know. Damn it. All right. Anyway, so true story. In my distributor,
True story.
the most expensive bottle was a bomber bottle of Russian River Consecration for $30. I hate Consecration. It is aged in wine barrels, and it's got all these like dark pitted fruit vibes to it. And so I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I got money in my pocket. Why am I going to blow a wad on a beer that I won't drink?
Which I believe belongs in the 4th column of my rating scale.
Okay. So I did find a couple 16-ounce cans. Don't even ask him about the 7th column of his scale. He'll trap you in the basement all night in the corner and just chew your ears off. Anyway, so I forget where this ended up on your beer value index.
I have it right here. $1.17 per ounce.
$1.17 per ounce, according to Tom's
13.6%.
for Tom's rating scale. This was a beer that I consider pricey at its price per ounce, yet something that I was interested in. There were a couple 16-ounce cans. I actually was kind of disappointed in my distributor because I have another 1 or 2 places that I go to, and I buy the single Prairie variants at 12 ounces that are pricey but delicious. I don't know. So I'm going to smell this. Go ahead. You can talk to the people now. It smells good.
I absolutely appreciate the choices he made.
He doesn't like that I didn't spend as much as he did. He's angry at me.
No, I 100% appreciate the choices he made. Now that he explained himself, he never bothered to explain himself. Like, dude, you didn't follow the rules.
I hate Consecration. I hate that beer.
No, and you know what? What you just said there absolutely makes 100% sense, and that belongs in the 4th column. Now, I had it easy. He showed me the most expensive bottle. I've never had it. I would love to try it. So that was a super simple choice for me. I'm
excited about that.
Yeah. Super easy choice for me to make. But you had a tough choice to make. So,
I also was backtracking after you yelled at me for not spending enough money. And I looked at some of the Free Will Ralpheus variants were kind of pricey too.
They're expensive, yeah. So it wasn't because you didn't spend enough money, but I knew that wasn't the most expensive.
Oh,
it wasn't.
The Consecration was $32 a bottle.
But since you explained your reasoning, I am 100% on board with your choice.
I think Soul 100%. Supper might have been the most expensive Free Will I bought.
Soul Supper, you just bought that?
I have a 4-pack of it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I thought you didn't like it.
No, it's interesting.
The vibe I got from you was that you didn't like it.
Nope. No. It's a very interesting beer.
It's weird. Isn't that the one with the lime?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's got the lime in it. Yeah, it's complex. It's neat. Just like this one, I really like the 3 barrels, and I'll tell you what, I feel like I can taste all 3.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
It's a little bit off topic. Please forgive me. There is a certain beer that they age in a barrel, and year 2 or year 3 or whatever the allotment is, they move to a different barrel, and they move to a different barrel, and they move to a different barrel, but then they
each year.
Yeah. What is that called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that process.
Yeah, there's a name for that kind of beer.
Oh, I don't know that process.
Oh,
I don't know what
I'm looking that up next week.
Maybe somebody knows. Maybe somebody can throw it in the comments.
And then so they pour off the 1 year, and then they add the base beer again, and they move it to another barrel.
Oh, CBS, dump it down the drain.
I thought you were okay with it when we drank it.
Chilies. I was okay with that aged CBS. Fresh CBS. Ugh.
Well, he hates maple, and that's the other thing.
That's right.
They had 3 cans. They had 3 16-ounce cans on the counter at my distributor for like $9 a can, but 2 out of the 3 had maple, and the other one just didn't sound good. So I put some effort in.
I really love the comments. Some people are like, Untapped is trash. I'm super enjoying your comments. Thank you. I'm going to read back through those again, make sure I didn't miss any. Untapped gives good beer descriptions. It does, but then you get those. Some people rate properly. Some people rate like trash. I use Untapped every about 500 beers, every about 500 photos. I'll sit down and spend like 5 hours and throw up all my photos, and I don't rate anything. I just check them in.
I also don't rate anything. I sometimes check stuff in, like stuff that really strikes me, and I follow a couple venues on Untapped, so I get their notifications when they have new stuff in. I have a few people that I'm friends with on Untapped who I appreciate the kind of beer that they drink. Mm-hmm. So when they check something in that I haven't had, I'm like, ooh, I should try that. Or I should hit them up and say, do you have any of that? And then finally, there's a nice feature of I'm getting towards the end of my son's soccer career, but we used to travel a lot for soccer. Mm-hmm. And when I go to a new place, I can search for places on Untapped.
Oh, that is cool. That's nice too.
Yeah, so that's how I use Untapped.
I have to tell you that for what is it, $1.17 per ounce, for $13 for this bottle, this is a really delicious barrel bottle.
I'm really enjoying it.
Really nice. And you can get this on pretty much any shelf. Yeah, you're not going to get it at Lenny's Corner Discount beer distributor.
I'll tell you what, they don't sponsor us, but if you go to Limerick Bev, he has a whole bunch of bottles out right now.
Like any fairly good distributor will have these bottles if they have like a bottle shelf. I'm impressed by that. That's pretty tasty. That's good. And a deal. That's not a bad price at all.
$1.17 per ounce.
Yeah. So if you were, say, in the mid-return range, then you'd be good there.
But don't spend $30 on a bottle of Consecration. That stuff's garbage. I shouldn't say that. It's not fair. But
if you love wine, there's different people in the world,
that's
man.
Okay. Yeah, if you are a red wine, dark fruit with pits kind of person, you're going to love Consecration.
So, I was wondering if you could pass me the fresh, clear, clean Deer Park spring water.
Still not sponsored.
Hey, Deer Park. We love you. We love your water.
You should all email Deer Park and say, these guys talk about you every week. You should sponsor them. Right, Nate?
Deer Park water.
There we go. There we go. Finally got a thumbs up from Nate.
Quenches my thirst.
Well, that's awkward. All right.
Hey, Nate, how we doing on time?
We've been on air for 50 minutes.
Jiminy crickets, how do we do this?
Moving on to stage 4.
I'm sorry, people. We got to get to number 4. I apologize. So number 4 is the big box here. Ooh, she doesn't quite fit in there.
Really excited.
Oh, my goodness. This is the Goose Island from 2020. That's technically this year's release, Black Friday. It is Old Forester Birthday Bourbon Barrels, which is an 11-year bourbon barrel. And the beer is aged in there. It comes in a fancy box. It comes with a fancy tag. Wait, let me bend it down so you can see. It comes with a fancy little tag. And look, the font that they printed in makes it look like it's written by hand. even fancier.
Can you all comment below on how you felt about Tom flicking the label in that manner? Because it made me feel uncomfortable.
I'm excited for this one. I've heard it's very, very good. So we're going to pop that guy. Let's see if you can hear a nice pop here.
Oh.
That did sound nice, didn't it? All right. And they call this PAF glassware right here.
What's PAF?
So Bourbon County glassware to go with the Bourbon County pour. That is proper as F. That's what they call that right there when you use matching glasses. So glassware matches the beer. Let's see how she looks. Oh, you can hear that glug,
glug, glug, glug.
Oh, go with a full one. It looks quite nice.
Excellent. So, as Tom snuffles and snorts and sips his way through this particular beverage, we want to wrap up tonight's episode with a new segment we want to introduce on a weekly basis. And it's called, So You Want to Be a Cicerone? Look, he's cranky already. I don't understand. Are you nervous?
No, I'm super excited for this segment. However, I wish that we had produced it more. So it's going to get better. We're gonna have we'll have the questions come up. It'll be good. Somebody does things last minute.
You're a thief of joy. You can't just enjoy
No,
things.
I'm super excited. I want to play the game. I want to play the game.
So for those of you who aren't sure, in the beer world, they have this really pretentious thing called a beer cicerone, who is like a beer expert. When you go to a restaurant, when you go to a craft beer bar, when you go to a brewery, if someone is a certified cicerone at the highest level, it means they've passed all these tests and know a lot about beer. So what I've done is I've grabbed a couple questions from the basic test that I want to throw Tom's way. And he was like nervous about maybe not. No, I said, you got this, buddy. You got it 100%. You know this stuff. Yeah, so it's not a lot of pressure. It's not a lot of pressure. No. Let's just have fun.
I could get it wrong.
All right.
So before that, you need to taste the beer and tell me your impression, because
oh yeah, this
I have an impression that I'm not sure is going to be the popular one.
Whoa. It smells, this is going to sound weird. And as I say it and think about saying it, it sounds weird to me, but it smells like, I don't know what the ABV difference between these two was.
1.5%, I believe.
But it smells like the Bourbon County has more depth than the Firestone Walker in the nose.
I'm sorry, it is exactly 1%.
1%?
This is a 14.6. I smell more depth, but what I taste is a Bourbon County beer.
As in, nothing special?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
So in my head, I divide beers across my palate into thirds. The beginning, the middle, and the end. Mm-hmm. The beginning of this is fantastic. And then it's like the ride stopped and there was no middle and no end. It just...
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I'm underwhelmed.
I was really excited about this beer, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, and for the price, I'm honestly underwhelmed by this one. It tastes like a BCBS.
And this birthday version one was highly sought after.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised you got your hands on this.
Yeah, the secondary on that is quite high. Yeah. It was the last bottle they had. But yeah. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing bad about it. Not at all. But But for the hype factor in your beer value index, it fell short. Mm-hmm. Big time. Yeah.
All
right. So with that said, I want to be a cicerone.
Let's see how he does.
He's going to ask me a couple questions.
And I printed this out at home, but it's sitting on the counter. All right.
Maybe only like 2 or 3 questions. Let's see where we go.
No, we're getting 5.
We'll go quick. 5. Okay.
Get applause if you get it right, and sad trombone if you
get it. Sad trombone. Can I just get a sad trombone?
Yeah, let's hear the sad trombone.
The sad trombone.
Is it wah, wah, wah?
Yeah, we don't get to hear it, but they do, because we refuse to wear headphones.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pause, and if you know the answer, go ahead and type it in comments.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Before I let you know.
I'm gonna minimize the comments so that there's no chance.
Excellent. We have no idea what you're talking about now. Ready? So, question number 1. Here we go. So there are a number of beer traits that have been identified. I'd like to know the name of the beer trait that's based on the relationship between IBUs and malt content. The relationship between IBUs and malt content has a specific name. What is that beer trait?
So the IBU is International Bittering Units. So it would be the bitterness compared to
Malt
the
content.
malt content. Bitterness compared to malt content. I tell you what, I'm sure when I hear the word, I'll know it.
You will.
I'll be pissed at myself. Bitterness compared to malt content. So the only thing I can say is balance.
Final answer?
That's my guess.
Hopefully by now you folks at home have had a chance to answer. The question was the name of the trait, the name of the beer trait, which is based on the relationship between IBUs and malt content. And the answer is perceived bitterness.
Perceived bitterness. Damn, I never
You were
would've
right
got
there.
that.
You were right. Really?
Yeah.
You were right there.
I mean,
Have you heard of that term before?
I have.
Okay.
But I would never have used it because I'm not Cicerone snotty.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'll get you there. I'll get you
He'll
there.
learn me.
Ready? Question number 2.
Okay.
You're getting this one.
Maybe.
1,000%.
Don't-
Question number 2, kids. And Tom. Here we go. A Belgian framboise.
Oh,
Ready?
yes.
It's brewed with what unique ingredient? Belgian framboise.
Yeah.
What unique ingredient is in that beer?
Every one of them is brewed with the same unique
It's
ingredient.
gotta be. It's a framboise.
Well, can I say fruit?
I need more. It's more specific.
More specific. Yeah.
I will
Okay.
say you're on the right track.
All right, thank you, Alex. More specific than fruit. So, Jesus.
Look at your shirt.
I was. Is it raspberry?
Yes, it's raspberries. You got it.
So that makes sense. But all of them, really, every one of them, even like the peach ones.
That's what Cicerone says.
Wow. Okay. See, I'm thinking like I don't love raspberries, but I love like a peach lambic.
I kind of like raspberries.
Yeah, but a peach lambic.
But you got it.
Yeah, cool.
Good job,
That's
buddy.
Cool. All right.
1 for 2.
All right, 1 for 2. That's
Ready?
half bad.
Question number 3. Of the following beer styles, which one of these has the lowest ABV? An American porter, a best bitter, an oatmeal stout, or a wee heavy?
Best bitter.
Whoa! No pause. Correct.
Oh yeah, I know my ABVs really well.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the best bitter.
2 for 3. Well done.
Okay.
You didn't give the people at home a chance, though.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. Sorry.
Think about the people.
Okay, I will next time.
All right. Question
I'll
number
do
4.
the millionaire talk through it thing.
Question number 4. Which of the following beer styles? This should be a slam dunk because this one has the highest ABV. Let them think. Ready? Highest ABV, folks. Irish Stout. Best bitter. British Brown. Wee Heavy. Na, 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 na,
Now,
na, na,
I beg. I have a. I'm gonna argue with this one because you can brew wee heavies that are not as heavy as an Irish stout. So I'm gonna go with wee heavy, but I'm gonna say that that is debatable.
And while he's in the corner master debater that he is, he's correct. It is the Wee Heavy. So you're 3 for 4. Final question.
I appreciate this. I'm not doing too bad.
Final question.
Okay.
Which of the following beer styles developed in America? A purely American beer style. Is it the best bitter? Is it the oatmeal stout? Is it the double IPA? Or is it the fruited saison?
Come on, double IPA. Like, there's no
Done.
doubt. No doubt.
Correct. 4 out of 5. I told him he would nail these. He was nervous. There's no reason to be nervous. If he was taking the Cicerone test, he would have scored an 80%, which I have no idea what that means, but I'm proud of this guy. I'm proud
I
of
want
this
to go take
guy.
the Cicerone test this weekend.
No, well, you're going to continue taking it because there's over 300 questions on the test.
God damn. That's fun. So we're going to make that a spot.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this segment because I was excited. He
That's
was not
fun.
as excited about it. I was excited about it.
No, I just wanted to be more prepared. I want I want a big window that pops up, and I want.
Never
So
likes
you want to be a
anything that I
cicerone?
do.
No, I do. I love
this. Is all half. Now it's
I
80%
love
directed
what
at
you
me and telling me I need to prepare Nate better. That's what he's saying. So Nate, get ready.
PowerPoint that shit.
Oh, PowerPoints. No one uses PowerPoints anymore. It's
No,
like
we're
working
gonna,
with
we're gonna make
dinosaurs.
some nice animations. I'll get on the animations. We're like, so you
right.
want to be a cicerone?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
we have been here for 1 hour. We've taken up an hour of your time. To recap, we're super excited about the 2 events coming up. Words cannot express how much we want to see you there because we want you to come out and hang out. We love hanging out with you on Thursdays. We love reading your comments. In fact, we laugh. We go back and we reread all the comments and we just crack up.
And we talk about you because we really appreciate it. Like, we talk about you in a good way. It's fun. We appreciate you very much.
So come hang out with us at these 2 events. Follow us on all the different medias because it helps us out. And also, you get, if you don't want to watch us, now you have the option to just listen to us. So that's pretty cool too. And what else am I missing?
That's about it.
Glasses. If you want to order glasses, I'll put the link up again. If you order glasses, Hatfield, Pottstown, see you tomorrow.
Either way, we hope to see you tomorrow. Come see one of us. Come see both of us.
And Imprint's opening back up, and Tom's going to be. I'm not the fun guy to hang out with tomorrow. He is. So go hang out with him at Hatfield tomorrow and have a couple beers.
A couple hours. We'll be at Imprint. Come hang out. And thank you so much. We
20.
The time we've put into this has grown exponentially, but every week it is also really, really fun to do.
Yeah, it's kind of like the highlight of the week.
So,
We look forward to this.
Yeah, we have a good time, and I hope you appreciate it. I hope you have a good time with us too. So
Cheers to you guys.
And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Low expectations. We're not great. See ya.
We suck. Goodbye.
Beer's pretty good though.
It's okay. I like the Parabola better, I think.
Wow.
It's more complex.
Slightly?
Yeah.
I think you're just more
by an
disappointed in this. It's one note.
It is super one note.
So I think your disappointment in that is clouding your vision a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
But I really like the Parabola. What I hate about the Parabola is the stupid little writing on the bottom that, like, you can't read that shit.
One pretzel, man. Come on.
Dude, I didn't get you any pretzels. I'll bring a whole bag down. But the problem
Makes me want to do
really,
that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Detention? There was a question.
Oh, do you want to do a slight detention?
Yeah.
Well, are we still live?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Nate!
He did it to us again!
He did it at the secret cam again. God damn it. We talked about this. HR! We talked about this. We'll run a room.
Yeah, we'll make a detention room.
And Tom's gonna run it this time. I'm tired of running the detention rooms.
I like.
Damn you,
All right,
Nate.
shut it down, Nathan. It's
Damn
time
you.
to stop.
Damn you to hell. I thought we were off.
So did I.